Yeah, Brooklyn. Ooh. Look, I used to play the game like I'm in the field and still live my life like I'm Uncle Phil. I been about the dollar, so I chase the bills. The world is going nuts, Bible be the pill. And sometimes I contemplate an overdose. I'd rather die in righteousness, can't speak for most. I still remember nights sleeping with the toast. Plus the bar was always nasty, had it screaming gross. The Lord always had me when I was seeing ghosts. Repent or die, mama, can't you see the growth? My people need a savior, I just give them hope. And wash them from their sins, Christ be the soap. Whoa, yeah. Repent or die, baby. Yeah. Repent or die, baby. Yeah. Yeah. Repent or die, baby. Yeah. Repent or die, baby. What it do, y'all? It's your brother, man, from the motherland, coming to you guys live from the NY, back with another one of that Repent or Die podcast. For those that don't know who I am, I'm Junes, the original, for the Bantus, by blood, not by converge. You know I'm out here to splurge with the what? With the word. I want to give all praise and glory to our parents, for they are worthy to be praised. I want to give a shout out to all those that's been tuning in, subscribing, supporting. Hey man, I told you we on the verge of 30K. You understand? We ain't come to play. You know I gotta keep my foot on you heathens and heathenites next all day and every day. But all of this would not be what it is if it wasn't for you guys. So thank you. I appreciate you. I love you. And if it's your first time, even if it's your last time, just remember, I'm always on your mind. Are you dumb or are you dumb? Round of applause for you guys. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. For those that missed the December conversation yesterday, every 7th day I have Samba conversations. So it's at 4 o'clock, sometimes 4:30. This week was 4:30, just putting things together. The title for the recent or previous episode of Samba conversation was titled Dagon, the father of Jesus. Yes, Dagon is the father of Jesus. Very powerful. It's PowerPoints, it's a slide. You know, it's not me ranting. It's me giving you guys physical, historical proof to show you, you know, who Jesus is, who Dagon is, and what are you guys doing when you call on these names, right? Whether it's in Hebrew, whether it's in English, whether it's in French, whether it's in Latin, whether it's even if it's in the EC closer. You calling on these names outside of the name that the Father has given, the Father and the Mother has given the children of the Bantus, the children of Akobi. Then, yeah. So tune in for that. Like I said, very powerful. You will love it. And just get your knowledge up. You know what I'm saying? Get your biblical, spiritual knowledge up and get on point. Get on board. Because, you know, what's going on now, which leads to the hood temperature, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no sunshine out here. Ain't no sunshine where we from. Only darkness every day. Ain't no sunshine over here, man. It's only darkness. And it remains dark because we want to stay in the dark. Just because you dark skinned doesn't mean you gotta live in the dark. We have to open the lights. Let there be light. We need the light. The light is you. The light is us. The light is we. The light is Sunini, Nanini. Get right. Seek him. He will find you. You will find him. And you will conquer like you were supposed to. Right? Let me also send my condolences to the family members out in Hawaii, man, listen, you understand? Like that alone just lets you know the times that we in. There's plenty of things going on in the world that nobody's talking about. The father, and let me just say this again. Your parents, let me say it right. Your parents is setting up the stage to set us free. Free from who? These European strongholds that has taken control over our lives, mentally, physically, spiritually. Those shackles is being broken. Their powers is being taken away. So it's very important for brothers and sisters to take advantage of what's going on. You see what took place in Alabama. The spirit of fear has been taken off you. The spirit of anger towards your brothers is being taken off you. A lot of individuals are being very cool, finding out they got a lot in common, meeting brothers through social media, playing video games, playing basketball, playing football. You understand? Being in these telegrams, in these group chats, Facebook, all of these things is reconnecting people to other people, and we're coming to realize that we are all the same. And when I'm talking the same, I'm talking about the seed of Akobi. The black and brown people, we are all the same. We all going through the same struggle, and we coming to the realization that it's time that we stick together. And I love it. Capitalize. You understand me? Capitalize on this momentum. Don't use it as a bragging point. This is not to brag, because you know these heathens are going to get their get-backs. We know that they're going to get their get-backs by any means necessary. That won't sit well when they have their board meetings, okay? They won't sit well. So be prepared. Take advantage, understand the times that we in, and you know, just get right, man. This is the high times to get back on righteousness. There's not high times to get out of the slumber. This is the high time to get back to righteousness. Get back to righteousness, man. Get back to that purity. Get back to that innocent child. You know, that innocent child you once was. Get back to that. Get back to that spiritually, man. Get back to that. I want to say mentally, because mentally we can't afford to be acting like children out here. But get back to that spiritually, man. You know, I'm talking about being humble and meek. Put that pride aside. Being humble and meek, that's the only way to survive. You feel me? So, now that we got that out the way, on today's lesson, hey man, a lot of you guys might have something to say, but hey, we gotta talk about it, right? The never before told reasons unto why men cheat. See, women ask that question all the time. Why do you guys cheat? Why do you cheat? You get everything that you want. Like when I brought this title up to the Wiz, I said I'm gonna talk about why men cheat. Her reply was, isn't it just because they're just selfish? And it's like, that's the narrative that these heathens, that's part of the social engineering nonsense that they have given us, this foolishness that they want us to fall by, right? So, the never before reasons to why men cheat. So why do men cheat? There's plenty of reasons why. But I had to give you, as a man that played the game, as a man that done his dirt, broke few hearts, lied to a few people, just did wrong to individuals, as a man that done that, right? It's only right that I tell brothers and sisters what's going on, so we can get a clear understanding, so we can bridge the gap, right? We got to bridge the gap between man and woman. There's a big stumbling block. It's like a big boulder, something that's in the middle that's keeping us separated from each other, knowing that our strength can only happen when we are together, okay? A man should never be alone. A woman should never be alone. Even the word tells you, you're not even allowed to leave your family's house. As a woman, you can't leave your mother's house. As a man, you can't leave your father's house until you guys come together and become one, and then you depart. See, society's not teaching that, right? Society's teaching other things. Everything that goes on in America is in opposite of what the father and the mother require of his children, their children, which is us, right? So let's get straight into it. So why do men cheat? Let's touch on the first one. One of the reasons why men cheat is self-trauma. Yes, I said it. Self-trauma. Self-trauma can't come in every shape or form. Can't come from being in a single-parent household, not having parents, period. There's children that grow up not having parents. There's children that grow up and have their parents give them up. There's children that's growing up and parents are not giving their undivided attention to these children. So these children, parents become devices. These are traumas that cause a man to cheat. All right? Being in a single parent household, seeing your father dealing with multiple women, seeing your mother dealing with multiple men, that is a trauma that can cause, yes, that's a generational curse that could cause someone to do wrong, to cheat. A lot of individuals cheat because of the abuse that they dealt with in their lives. Some people dealt with physical abuse, mental abuse, spiritual abuse. All of these things is a traumatizing occurrence that happens to brothers, that cause brothers and sisters. Oh, that joint fell. I thought it was something. That called brothers and sisters, and especially brothers, to go cheat. The sense of being alone, the fear of being alone, that's a trauma. The fear of seeking attention, needing attention. The trauma of, how can you say this? The trauma of never wanting to just deal with one individual because this one individual may present flashes of post-trauma, dealing with, like I said, with family members. Like, you would deal with somebody and that person reminds you of your mother, and it triggers. You may love the person may mean well to you, do whatever, but it triggers. Some men never had a strong relationship with their mothers. And it goes both ways because of the relationship, the lack of relationship that they have with their mothers can cause a man to be more clingy, attached to another woman. And you may have the opposite. A man be like, listen, man, I ain't got no time. I could even deal with my mom. I ain't about to deal with this. All right? So that's one of the reasons. It's the trauma. And the trauma is not being taken care of. Right? So when we dealing with trauma, you gotta face those traumas head on. All of us, me included, gotta face these traumas head on. And sometimes facing these traumas means opening old wounds, confronting individuals who victimize you, right? Sometimes you have to do these things in order to have closure, in order for you to be a righteous vessel in this wicked world. You have to come to terms with that. And a lot of times we don't want to challenge that because we deal with so much trauma, so much situations, and we're living in a society, especially in the hood, where we're just told, man, listen, it is what it is. You gotta just live your life, which is true to a degree. But if it's causing you to be a terror in your community, then these are things that you need to face head on, right? I know this one man passed away. He used to talk. He caught my homegirl. Now, me and my homegirl, we was school. You know, we used to flirt here and there, nothing too serious. But, you know, I always would pop up, check up on her, make sure she was cool. Like, yo, you good? Boom, boom, boom. Long story short, her baby father, before he passed, this individual had, I believe, 15 baby mothers. 15, if I'm not mistaken. He had a large amount. And all of them was in the same age bracket. So that means that man was just out, just raw dogging everything. Find it, like it, spit game to it, sleep with it, dig it, impregnate it, dip off it. So he was on that type of time. These are trauma. Okay? These are signs of trauma. This is a traumatized individual. He's not alive to give a testimony of his trauma, but that's a trauma. These are patterns of someone that's dealing with trauma. Now, whatever that trauma may be, but that's a sign. I know individuals that just can't get enough. Yo, I need that. Oh, I need that. Oh, I need that. Oh, and it's like, damn, bro, how much do you need? You know what I'm saying? You know, I seen your catalog. You dealt with beautiful women in your life. Like, save some for the brothers. Save some for the man them. Save some for the one them that will actually want to be in a relationship, actually want to put a ring on them, actually, you know, want to go to the next level. You know what I'm saying? But again, trauma. And the sad thing is we don't want to talk about the trauma because we too ashamed, we too afraid. And some of the trauma comes from being touched. Yes, R. Kelly is who he is right now because he was touched by his aunt, or was his cousin, was somebody, but it was a female. See, when we think about these things like molestation and stuff like that, we always thinking of it being like the same sex. Like, damn, so you was molested by your uncle, bro, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? It's very rare. And it's very rare, or some people find it hard to believe that females can do that to a boy, to a child. You understand? Even for myself, like, I remember, how old was I? Was I like 11? Like 11, 12. There was this girl, you know what I'm saying? I ain't know nothing. She was older than me. Not gonna say her name. She was older than me. And we got busy. You know what I'm saying? That was traumatizing. She was, you know, imagine somebody older than you doing certain things to you that you was unaware of or unprepared for. And it could go both ways. It can become a fetish addiction, like, oh man, oh, this was amazing. Or it can be to the point where it's like, no, I'm scared. I don't want, you know, it happens. But again, these are traumatizing situations. These are things that didn't happen universally. This it didn't happen organically. It ain't just happen. You know what I'm saying? So not being able to challenge those cold brothers and sisters to be doing what they doing, especially the men. This is what causes men to cheat. A lot of times it's dealing with the trauma. Facts. They may not want to tell you, but I'm gonna tell you. A lot of it is trauma. Eternal damage. Right? But I'm gonna just leave it. I'm gonna leave it as that for the trauma. The self-trauma is one of the reasons. The number 2 reason, brace yourself. The number 2 reason for me is like the worst thing ever is the social engineering. How society have created this image of men, black people, have created this image, have sold us this false satanic Luciferian narrative and made us fall for the bait. And now that we ate the bait, that bait has been very destructive within our community, right? Social engineering is when you listening to the radio. When I turn on the radio, what does the radio tells me when I listen to a music type that suits me, that fits and looks like me? What's the energy that comes off this radio? How they did this to the chick, how women ain't sugar honey iced tea, how this needs to go down, how I'm dealing with 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 different women, 3 at a time, 4 at a time. How I'm dealing with one girl on Monday, I got the number one on Tuesday. This is social engineering. Social engineering. I watch movies and the man with the money, and because he got the money, he gets the honeys. Ain't nothing funny. Who's acting funny and dummy? Are you dumb or are you dumb? You feel me? These are the things. These are the things that people are not paying attention to. How social engineering plays a major part, right? Not to mention this feminist nonsense that they made our black women fall for, and now they're suffering because of it. Black single woman is at an all-time high because of this feminist movement. Because of this feminist movement, because of the music, because of the social engineerings, because of the new little Kims running around. All these little Kim wannabe artists that's coming around, feeding our sisters nonsense. Giving you, because they gave you a black feel. She's not even black. This is a seed of Cain. Because society gave you a woman in an office in a supposed powerful position, right? These are social engineering. This is the things that women see and say, see, I can do that. See, I can do this all by myself. See, I don't need a man. See, this. Oh, I'm good. Right? Social engineering. This feminist movement has taken the man out the house and gave you the government. The government has become women's husbands. And because of that, women now lack respect and order towards men. You should see how women talk crazy towards men. I find this so mind-boggling that females just have this type of energy. And it's like, baby girl, that's just to say, if it was a war between man and woman, who you think was gonna win that fight? Just ask yourself that question. I'm not even trying to be funny, but just ask yourself that question. All right? But when you got a society and a social engineering, a system that's put into place to protect women, to give women the green light to be disrespectful to men, it's part of the reason why men cheat. Nobody wants to deal with a woman with a loud mouth, talking crazy, lack respect, lack morals and principles. Nobody wants, no man is gonna want to deal with that. A man is gonna cheat. You think of a man that's in a relationship with a woman and every minute they're arguing, what you think he's gonna do? He's gonna end up trying to go find his peace. His peace is gonna be somewhere. It's not with you, it's gonna be with her. Yeah. Gotta blame the feminist movement. And the sad thing is, we're the feminist movement now, ladies. They got trainees running around saying they're a better woman than you. That in fact, if you even say you're a natural woman, it's a level of high disrespect. Where's the feminist movement to protect you? They was all outside, all marching, all protests, all this and that. Niggas ain't sugar honey iced tea. But now that the men is out the way, and here comes men want to be you now. They got the real men out the way. Now here comes these transformers. But these people are not there to protect you at all. Not even a word, not one word. You can't find a single video on YouTube, nowhere, where you see a feminist party standing up for women. When you find it, you let me know. But yeah, big problem. That's one of the main reasons why is a massive division within the black society. One of the main reasons why men don't want to be with women, while women don't want to be with men. One of the main reasons why men prefer to just deal like, yeah, I love you, we got a child together, but you don't bring me peace. This girl right here, she brings me peace. See, a man desires peace. See, a woman seeks love, a man desires respect. It's a big difference. Women don't care about all the lovey-dovey things. Oh, baby, I bought you this. Oh, that's nice. Thank you. Appreciate that. The card is somewhere over there. Where a woman, you do that, you know what I'm saying? I buy the way some flowers. She buying a vase. She's cutting it up. She's, you know what I'm saying, making it look nice. She's fluffing up the flowers. You buy me something like that, that joint's gonna be right on the table, right where you gave it to me. It's like, yo, you don't care for that. But what I do is when I come home and food is cooked and we get into a argument, you know what I'm saying? Lines don't get crossed. Boundaries never get out of line. You feel me? Never get out of line. When I say something, it's never no, ha. It's just, all right, we gonna do that. I'm riding with you, just like I'm riding with her. Right? These are the things that keep somebody on point, right? These are the things that we must do, and these are the things that they don't want. They don't want that. Let me tell you something. The biggest threat to humanity is black unity. Let me say that again. The biggest threat to humanity is black unity. But unity starts from home. We must unify within the household. It must be in-house before it goes out-house. In-house before it's outsourced. You understand? The biggest threat to humanity is black unity. Let that sink in. What you see in Alabama was black unity. Look how white America is taking that. Let that sink in. When the 60s and Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, the biggest threat to humanity, when you pay attention, it was the black unity. When they sat back and they said, yo, what's their biggest strength? What's going on that these dudes don't fall, don't crumble? They realized that strength came because they had a strong woman. When Malcolm X was going through what he was going through, the threats, the bombings, the burning of the house, you know who was holding down? You know who was dealing with the threats over the phone? You know who had to take care of 4 children on their own? Was the wife. And when he came home to peace. She provided and gave him that peace. They seen that. They said, in order for us to control these people, we must first push this integration, push ourselves within their nation, and divide it all. Break it up. This is why they push. This is why you should go see a psychologist. Go see a psychologist. What the psychologist is going to tell you. Maybe you need to just find somebody else. Quick. First thing that they tell you. Because this is what they're trained and paid to do. Is to keep the people divided. What did our big brother say? The nation that is divided can never stand. You know why we don't stand? It's because we too divided. And the division started within the household. Make it make sense. Which is causing men to run out and cheat. I know it seems like I'm going off topic, but they all fall in line in the same thing, same umbrella. These are the things that's causing men to cheat. These social engineering tactics that was used to confuse the minds of my people. I'm talking me and you. Confuse the mind. These social engineerings. This forcing other cultures within our life. It's like we have to embrace and accept all type of culture but your own. See, you have to embrace and respect the Jewish culture. You have to respect the Chinese culture. You have to respect the Arab culture. But your culture, you don't gotta respect that. You can be dirty. You can be a hoochie mama. You could be a drug dealer. In fact, if you're not doing that, then you're not part of the culture. If you're not rapping about that, you're not part of the culture. If you're not dealing with 15, 20 women, you're not part of the culture. If your woman ain't on her knees giving head to every man that she meets, you ain't part of the culture. This is what's being promoted. Social engineering. Go watch one of my old podcasts called the Alice Bailey 10-point plan. That joint got over 10,000 spins. And you know why? Because that joint was hitting them on the money. They didn't think that people like ourselves supposed to know these things. They really thinking that we was gonna maintain dumb and stupid and ignorant. They was banking on that. That's why billions of dollars is spent annually to continue keeping us in a state of confusion, delusion, separated, divided, the whole shebang. Billions of dollars every year. Jay-Z's not a billionaire because of he working hard. He's a billionaire because he's feeding you a poison that's gonna destroy your house, destroy your community. Hence what you see going on now. Come on now. This is why men is cheating. The social engineering. We're being told to do so. Our culture promotes it. Yes. Whether you like it or not, our culture promotes it. If you're not black if you're not doing that. This is a fact. Tell me where I'm lying. Social engineering got women chasing chasing each other. Women is competing now with each other. And that's another reason why men is cheating, because women lost confidence in themselves. Everybody is the same. Everybody got the same narrative. I got to get my body done. I got to put makeup on my face. Nobody is content with who they are. You got to be content with who you are. You getting your body done for what? You're risking your life so you can get a like? So you risk your life so you can get a like. Got that. And then you want a man to take you serious. You risk your own lives. But yet, you want a man to take you serious. They're not going to take you serious. Men loves a woman that has confidence. I promote that. See, me as a life coach, that's what I promote. I even when I have conversations with the Wiz, I promote that. I say, yo, you gotta have confidence in yourself. When you say things like, yo, I put makeup so I could be more polished, that's not confidence in yourself. You have self-doubt. You don't have 100% belief into your beauty. You know why you don't have 100% belief into your beauty? Because when you go into your social media, which is a social engineering platform system, when you go into these joints and you swipe up, all you see is light-skinned women with their face clear, and you see that they got 1,000 likes, 100 likes, whatever going on. And you want that. You want that attention. Some way down the line, our women want that attention, which causes them to have low self-esteem. Yes, a man does not want a woman with low self-esteem. And when a man has a woman with low self-esteem, he'll love you because, like I said, because of the things that you do. But yet, that energy they don't want, because men don't walk around with low self-esteem. And men don't want that. No man wants low self-esteem. As big as my head is and all that, I'll tell you, listen, I walk around, I say I'm the best ever. I don't give a damn what you got to tell me. I don't care. But that's just us. That's just the competitive nature in us. Like, yeah, I could be handicapped, I could be crippled, but I'm still him. And I'm going to make it pop like a pimple. You hear me? Part of my language. You hear it? Like, this is where we at. Like, you know, and a man wants a woman to be on that same type of time. Embrace yourself. And if you have doubt upon your image, don't do the things that's gonna make a man not stay, right? Let me give you an example, right? See, when a man meets a woman, a man would like to meet the woman the way she is, right? See, I used to always tell people, if you're really looking for a woman, like you really want to find a good woman, you gotta go two places. Go to the library, because nobody ain't trying to get cute when they gotta study and do business, right? And the laundromat. Those are the two places if you're gonna actually see a woman for who they really are. That and when they working out. Those three. Facts. Library, laundromat, gym, park, whatever. But those three things is when you're gonna actually find a woman at at her natural state. Right? So that's what a man want. Men don't want that. So when men gets that and they see that a woman lack confidence, if you don't have belief in yourself, how can a man have belief in you? If you have doubt in you, how can I give you 100% commitment when you have doubt within yourself? When men feel that, man knows that. Right? Social engineering. Women wanna compete. Women want that attention. Can you imagine if every woman was on social media said, no, leave me alone, I got a man. Nope, I'm not showing my body. Nope. The world will be a better place. Women will be more embracive to who they are, will love themselves, will be one with themselves. Facts. All of this craziness, psychotic nonsense you see going on right now, this is all social engineering. These heathens sit at the high table and said, let's stir the pot today. Let's make these niggers wanna be gay. And they push the narrative. They put billions of dollars, millions of dollars into ads, marketing, or whatever, and they push that narrative. And they just sit back and wait. It may not hit today, it may not hit tomorrow, but that plan will be fulfilled. And when they do, they're gonna come up with another agenda. And the agenda right now, and I don't know how black people is not seeing it, the agenda right now is to remove the man from the woman, to take the man and turn him into something that's not of God. Right? Take the man, turn him into something that's not of God. Leave this woman defenseless, right? Step in as the authority figure in their lives, right? And get closer to these child, and before you know it, that child is gonna end up being in the sex trafficking. That child is gonna end up being traumatized because of being a black man living in this wicked society. Something is gonna happen to that child, which is what they're banking on. Put this young man in jail, put him to work. Make that young woman get an abortion, put it to work. Yeah. That's why they push abortion. That's why they push these things. They push these narratives. All of that. See, once you understand these individuals and what they're about, once you understand that, then you're gonna understand that all of this is social engineering. Like I tell my people all the time, who you are is not who you are. These are taught behaviors. Somebody taught you to be like that. Somebody taught you to say, I don't need a man. Somebody taught you to say, man, women ain't nothing but for good vagina and head. Somebody taught you that. Social engineering, one of the major reasons into why men cheat. Social engineering. Yeah. And the last but not least, the number one reason into why men cheat is because of these European religious laws that stops a man from pursuing multiple wives. Not girlfriends, not side pieces, not shorties, but wives. Yes, European religious laws. They put that into your New Testament so you could never in your life be with multiple women. But when you read the word, everybody had multiple women. Solomon, David, who else? Jacob, multiple. So when you restrict the man from doing what God ordained man to do, he then goes sneaky. Because some people, not all people, some people was put on this earth to have multiple. Other people was put on this earth to have singular. Not everybody was designed to have multiple. And some of these individuals are not even in the space to have multiple because they're just following social engineering. They're not generally doing what the father is doing. What our parents is doing. They're not doing that. They're not pushing that. You feel me? That's part of the reason. They put these laws in place where all through the word polygamy is normal. You feel me? Polygamy is normal. When then you're gonna have the woman say, so why can't we do that? Because you are a receiver, right? You receive, you don't give. You receive. How much receiving do you want? Think about it. Which one make more sense, right? A car going through the tunnel or tunnels going through cars? Let that metaphorical sink in. Meditate on that. Which one is better? Because it was ordained for man to do so. It wasn't ordained for woman to do that. Right? Where as a man gets older, he blossoms. He goes to his peak. As women gets older, they decrease. Right? They decrease. They don't increase in their beauty. You know what I'm saying? And you see me from young, you see me from now, and they be like, damn, you mad handsome. You was cute then, but you know, you even handsome now. Your beard is in, you this, that. You understand? Where women, on the other hand, you know, as they get older, when they hit their 40s and they hit in their 50s, you see a different person. I'll show you men who's 60 something, looking amazing, pause. Then I'll show you women who's 60 something and not looking amazing, where you can see the age is kicking in. You feel me? We don't break like that. You know, society, the system try to break us, but we can't break. You understand? And that's part of the reason that they're not gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you. And like I said, one of the social engineering is how they program our women to believe, oh, I'm the only one, and that's this. They program you guys to think like that. They program you guys to think like that. You think Leah was thinking like that when she was dealing with Akobi? You think Rachel was thinking like that? They was more upset that she was having more children than she was. They wasn't concerned about nothing else. In fact, and they were sisters. Facts. And these are the things that goes on till this day. You could go into the Holy Land right now. My man's, he from the Congo, his father and his grandfather, 2 wives. These are practices that's known all throughout the Eastern world. Everywhere that there's where the slaves were sent, that's the first thing that they gave them. Why did they do that? Because of the fear of the reproduction. There was a fear that we was gonna overpopulate. There was fear. This is why people wake up. Understand? These historical things are factual. The things that I'm telling you, can look these stuff up. That's why they put these rules and regulations into play. Because they need to keep themselves the majority. They know. Oh, listen, they know. Can you imagine a man having 2, 3 wives, right? Any one of them can give birth to triplets, quadruplets. That household can be 4 people and turn into 15 people overnight. And they know that. So they got to put religious laws and interject things into the Bible. So when you see things, you be like, wait, well, hold on, this don't make sense. So why would he say that? But in the Old Testament, he even allowed that. Even in the word, when David set up the man to get killed, he was like, yo, put him in front of the line so he can die. The father said, listen, I could have gave you multiple wives. Facts. Out of the father's mouth himself, I could have gave you multiple wives. Why would you do that? If you wanted another wife, you just ask for it. Why these churches is not telling you guys this? Is it because these churches are one with the same people that's destroying you? Absolutely. That's why the word said, get out of these churches. Get out of these Circes. These crystals. Get away. Get away, get away, get away, get away. You know what I'm saying? What that song called? And I run so far away. Facts. That's part of the reason. Because a lot of men need multiple women. I mean, now let me take that back. A lot of men need multiple wives. Right? Some women lack a lot of things that another woman is able to pick up on. Right? You're gonna have one woman that's a great cook. You got another woman, she's a great clean. You got another woman that knows how to have in-depth conversation. And you got another one that's just a good sexual sensation. It happens. But it created a balance, right? Because when you have that, there's no reason for you to go outside, right? There's no reason for you to go elsewhere and deal if you have it. But societies, the social engineering, it's gonna be a process. It's gonna be a process. Men has done so much destructive to our women, and women has tolerated so much foolishness that it's gonna be hard for brothers to be able to handle polygamy. It's gonna be hard for women to accept the polygamy because of the social engineering, because of the lies, the misinformation, the biblical lies, interjections that these heathens and the Hebrews and the newly installed heathenites be promoting, be pushing. And it doesn't make sense. It was never that way. It was never that way. They made it that way because it was about racial control. It's always gonna be genocide against the black man. Always. And one of the biggest things that they're pushing is to stop reproduction between man and woman. They don't want man and woman. Even the system. Look, let me show how wicked it is. Even the system. I had the video. I should have played it off my phone. But even the system. A woman will receive more welfare, food stamps, Section 8, and any type of government support if they remove the man from the household. The government will not be taking care of a family that has a man in the household. Because in their mind, it's like, well, if the nigger there, then the nigger needs to go out and go make some money. Even if my system that I put together is not getting him a job. Yeah, he came home from jail, so what? He's in the household. You gotta take him out if you wanna wild out. You gotta take him out if you wanna bail out. If he's there, we disappear. Did we make ourselves clear? And the sister said, oh yeah. They shot from the top of their lungs, and then they tell their men get out of here. They find a reason and say foolish things and be disrespectful, because shout out to the feminist movement, right? Be disrespectful, say you bum ass nigga, this and that. You can't be here, get up out my house, So he leaves, and then she receives all the benefits, and then she could get even more if she put him on child support. I can't make this stuff up. These things is documented, man. Declassify. Look these things up. Understand where we at. Understand and know who the enemy is. Are you dumb or are you dumb? Father, say one time for the one time. You feel me? So we got to come into this understanding. This is why men cheat. Men cheat because of the foolishness. Men cheat because of the system. Men cheat because of the lies. Men cheat because of the lack of confidence that our women have for themselves. Men cheat is because everybody's the same. Men cheat because women come on these social media platforms to express and show off their booty and their beauty and saying you gotta pay for this coochie, and niggas is gonna pay for that. But mama, who told you to do that? Who taught you this behavior? Whoever taught you, who taught that person that behavior? That's the $1 million question, guys. See, the person that taught us that behavior was the factory. We must get rid of all factories because they are the major factor to our disaster. We must get rid of all factories from every city, state, county, country, continent, any factory that's not being run and put together and established by the creators, our father and our mother who sits on the throne. If it's not created by them, it must be destroyed. It must be taken down. It's either we take it down or they take it down. And guess what? They taking it down. Ooh, it's going down. So for the sisters that ask, why do men cheat? That's the reason. For the brothers that's trying to figure out, why I got this, why I can't be with one woman, why I'm dealing with this, why I got this. There's the reason. Could be from trauma, social engineering, and this religious structure, this religious European religion law that they have forced down black people's throat to make people believe that. And they put on the icing on the cake is in the name of Jesus Christ. Are you dumb or are you dumb? But for those that don't know who I am, I'm Junes the Original for the Bantus, aka also known as Mr. Keep My Foot on You Heathens, You He-Gros, and the newly installed Heathenites next. Are you dumb or are you dumb? Father, say one time for the one time. And before I say I'ma holler at y'all one, I just want to let y'all know, continue supporting. Tune in for December conversation. Share December conversation. Share this podcast right here. Let's awaken our people. Let's bridge this gap. Please, the time is now. Let's build up this momentum. Are you dumb or are you dumb? And I'ma holler at y'all.